everyone, and welcome back to Hide and Seek with Kocnuni. I'm your host, as always, Shannon. It's so nice to see you guys once again. It is a very hot and humid summer day here in Seoul, but we're actually not in Seoul today. We are in a place called Gwangju. So this place is called the Yulbom Botanical Garden. So beautiful, and unlike some of our other episodes, I've actually never been here before, so I'm really excited to show you guys around, take you on this little journey with me today as we try to find our little fairy friend Kocnuni. So as you guys can see, it's still hydrangea season. Like we talked about before, in Korea they have all kinds of different seasons, especially when it comes to flowers like cherry blossom, roses, and now hydrangeas. But we are approaching the end of the season as the summer gets a little bit hotter. And without further ado, you guys, before we continue talking about flowers, we're going to be trying to find our buddy Kocnuni, and here's our first clue. Shannon, Gwangju, Gyeonggi Province is known for its tomatoes. Since you're here, try harvesting some tomatoes, and if you harvest a basket, you'll get the next hint card. All right, so as always, Kocnuni is going to take us on an adventure where we try something new or go see something new. So sounds like we're going to go pick some tomatoes, and we're going to leave this beautiful garden and go do some harvesting. I've done some harvesting in the past, but I can honestly say it was never tomatoes. I grew up in North Carolina, where we typically did like corn and tobacco fields and stuff like that. And I am kind of a country girl, so I'm pretty used to doing like the whole farming thing. But tomatoes will be interesting. Here in Korea, they have these cherry tomatoes, but they're extremely sweet. It's something that we don't really see a lot in the States. We have cherry tomatoes as well, but it's not quite as sweet. Sometimes they even taste like grapes and stuff like that. So very sweet. Once again, you guys, this is the Botanical Garden, Yulbom Botanical Garden. So go ahead and take a look. It's extremely beautiful. Although it is very hot today, you guys. Summer hit very hard already in Korea, and we've already approached the rainy season as well. We lucked out today. As you can see, it's very sunny and hot. But last time, if you guys were watching, we got rained on towards the end of the broadcast, and it was a little bit chaotic. But this time we lucked out with some better weather. So let me know how you guys are doing in the comment section. Let me know where you guys are from, as always. Drop your country flag or whatever, and let me know how you guys are doing. Let's see. Hello, everyone. The garden looks gorgeous. Yeah, the garden is very pretty. It's kind of hard to enjoy sometimes when it's this hot. The humidity in Korea is unlike anything I've ever experienced. And like I said, I grew up in North Carolina, which is in the South, but I was actually born in Florida, where we have a humidity that's similar, but I can honestly say Korea humidity is unlike any other. It's very humid and hot here. So be sure when you guys are coming that you're taking the proper precautions, bringing water, just keeping a fan, dressing lightly, wearing sunscreen, all that. But here we are, we're approaching where I think we're gonna be harvesting some tomatoes. I'm not exactly sure. I don't see it quite yet, but there's a lot to see here, you guys. This botanical garden is a lot more than just a garden. From what I understand, it's actually a place where you can create dishes made out of tomatoes, as well as you can play with some animals, which we might get to do later. So let's see. All right, there we go. 농산물 재홍장. So I think this is where we go. I'm seeing some signs that say tomato for you guys that are learning Korean. This is the word tomato. It's kind of like the romanization of it though, tomato. So you guys can kind of grab some hints there. Looks like that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm actually very excited. Oh, there's a fan, lovely. All right. 안녕하세요. All right, you guys, so it looks like we're here. We're inside the tomato orchard, I think, for lack of a better term to explain it. So we're gonna be heading in here in just a second, and we're gonna be grabbing some tomatoes. And I think after we complete our first mission, we'll be able to get our next clue from Kocnuni. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see. 네, 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
혹시 바스켓 있어요? 네. Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try to fill this guy up, and then I don't know what we're gonna do with our tomatoes, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and take a look. I imagine that you just pick them off. It's probably similar to maybe apple picking or something like that. I am gonna set down my cards here, you guys, so that I can kind of have my hands free to myself. Oh, wow. What a beautiful greenhouse. Let's just pick a row. We'll just go this way. This is so cute. I would like to know what activities you usually do while in that place, Shannon. I'm a little late, but I would like to know your name. My name is Shannon Harper from North Carolina. Activities that we do here, today it seems like we're picking some tomatoes. So let's try to fill this guy up. This is a pretty big basket, but I think we can do it. Yeah. Do you guys do any kind of harvesting where you're from? And if so, what's the traditional or typical produce that comes from your country? I know like some places like Mexico, for example, their produce is usually like avocados and stuff like that. But if you guys have something special from your country, feel free to drop it in the comments. Also with cherry tomatoes, you guys, I kind of like mine a little bit more sour, so I'm not gonna pick the biggest ones all the time. I might get some of the smaller ones. This is so cool. It's really cool to kind of see them all hanging down here. Not sure how well you guys can grab that. A tomato soup is very refreshing in the summer. I agree, but isn't tomato soup when it's cold called like gazpacho? I think, something like that. Let's see, I love tomatoes. I love tomatoes too. I gotta say that the cherry tomatoes in Korea are probably my newfound favorite thing ever. They even have a tomato juice here that you can get at a lot of cafes. I think that's, oh, I dropped one. I think that's most of them from here. I wanna keep walking a little bit, see if we can find some other good ones. What is your favorite fruit or vegetable? I gotta be honest, I'm a tropical fruit kind of gal. I love like pineapple, coconut, mango, especially kiwi, pineapple juice, like a whole fresh coconut and stuff like that. So I used to go there pretty frequently. I'm not sure how many of these we need, but I'm definitely gonna try to fill it up because if I can take this home, it'd be nice to be able to like cook with them or get to use my tomatoes. So here we go. How am I doing, you guys? I got a couple of them that are cracked. I'm not sure if I can use them, but you can tell by the size and the color. This is definitely the place to come for those cherry tomatoes. Let's see. How do you tell when a tomato is perfectly ripe? I'm not sure. Maybe here? This looks like a good vine because there's some half green, half red. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. We hit the jackpot, you guys. This is a perfect one. You can tell there's no cracks, there's no yellow, which typically means it's a little bit sweeter when they're super, super big like that. But when they're smaller, I like the tartness that comes with it, a little bit sour. So let's see, I'm gonna fill it up maybe like halfway, like a little bit more, and then we'll see. Can you show the tomatoes more closely? Yeah, for sure. Come take a look. What recipe to prepare with the cherry tomatoes? I'm trying to think. I usually add cherry tomatoes to like salads and stuff like that, just as like a little topping, because if you try to make a soup out of tomatoes, you don't really get that tartness. Same thing if you try to make a sauce. I actually really enjoy cooking, and one thing that I make a lot is this red pepper pasta, and I roast some big tomatoes and red pepper and stuff like that, and I usually make it that way. But these kind of tomatoes I honestly just snack on, especially in Korea. Like I said, you guys, are super, super sweet. So here it's a really popular snack, and you can honestly get it at like the Pyeonijum or like 7-Eleven or something like that. All right, so let's just grab a couple more on our way out, and yeah, we'll take them and see if we can get our next clue from Kocnuni. This is a pretty big basket. I'm honestly surprised. I thought they were gonna give me like a little one. But something you guys might not know, in Korea, they have a lot of like festivals and harvesting events and stuff like that. And one thing that I've gone and done before was definitely not tomatoes. It was actually like an apple festival, and it was amazing. It was about an hour outside of Seoul. But one thing that I did was go online to, I believe it was trazy.com. Very, very popular and great resource for you guys if you guys are looking for just some stuff to do, like not inside the city, I guess. They offer day trips where they pick you up at the station, you go on a bus, and they give you a whole tour. Everything is all included, and it's kind of all together, but it's really, really wonderful. It's a great way to see things outside of Seoul. But anyways, I went and did that with a friend of mine, and we went to the Apple Festival, and it was awesome. They had like apple wine, and you can make your own apple pie. You could do all kinds of activities. You could pick fresh apples as well. So they have stuff like that all the time. It seems like tomatoes are in season and strawberries will be coming soon, so you can go to a strawberry festival or apple festival and do all kinds of stuff like that. So that's one of the things I really enjoy about getting to do in Seoul. All right, so I've got my basket of tomatoes here, and now it's time to get our next clue. Dun dun! All right, Kocnuni. Shannon, you like tteokbokki, right? The key ingredient for tteokbokki sauce is the traditional Korean traditional sauce, Gochujang. I'll give you the fodder if you make the tomato gochujang? Tomato gochujang? I don't think I've ever tried tomato gochujang, but I'm definitely excited to give it a go today, and it looks like we're gonna get to make some. So I think Kocnuni was taking it easy on us today without having to do the exercise, probably because it's so hot. So instead he's giving us a bunch of activities to do, which I think will be super, super fun. So we're gonna go make some gochujang. For those of you guys that aren't familiar with it, it's typically a red pepper paste. And it seems like today we're going to be blending that with some of the tomatoes here that we found in Gyeonggi-do. So we're going to be doing that in just a second, and you guys will get to see kind of how it's made, how spicy it is, and all that kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and take a seat right here and see what we can do. 네, 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Hey. All right, so this is everything that we need. I'm going to go ahead and tie my hair up, one, because it's hot, and two, because I definitely don't want to make a mess. 네, 감사합니다. Wow. Okay, guys, come take a look at what we've got over here on the table. We've got a couple different ingredients that we're going to be using. It looks like we've got some sugar, some salt, some red pepper powder, so you guys can see. We're going to be mixing all of these together, and then we're also going to be adding different types of oil to make it a little bit thicker. One thing about gochujang, you guys, is it's a really thick sauce. And you can be adding it to popular things like tteokbokki, for example. It's really common to put in like bibimbap, or if you want to make something spicy and you go to a traditional Korean restaurant, something that you'll find a lot on the side of the table is gochujang. So for those of you that don't know, jang is one of those things that is just very significantly Korean, and especially when it comes to traditional Korean cuisine. 감사합니다. And here we go. We've got a little apron so that we don't make a mess. Very sweet. So let's go ahead and pop that on. See what we can do. All right, Chef Shannon in the kitchen. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna get some instructions from Kocnuni, and without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started making it today. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this today. We're not having to walk around quite as much, but we're gonna get to do some fun activities. So stay tuned, and we're gonna make some gochujang. All right, here we go. So here's our instructions list. It's how to store tomato gochujang and how to make it. First things first, you gotta prepare the ingredients. Prepare red pepper powder, meju powder, salt, soy sauce, and tomato syrup. So that's going to be this right here. We have the red pepper powder, the salt, and the meju powder as well. I'm assuming that the brown liquid is going to be our soy sauce. It doesn't give us exact ingredients, which for a lot of you guys that are traditional like home cooks, my mom would always cook without measuring anything. So we're going to kind of take a page out of my mom's cookbook here and do it like that. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to be adding the tomato syrup. In the bowl containing red pepper powder, meju powder, salt, add the tomato syrup and soy sauce. So first things first, we are going to mix it up and get started. And while I'm working on this, you guys, I really want to hear from you in the comment section. So drop down below some things that maybe you've made with your family or things that you want to try to make. Or if you come to Korea and you've done this before, please let me know how your experience was and if it was good. I've made one thing before. I think you can find it on one of the older Koreanet videos, but I actually learned how to make makgeolli, which is a traditional Korean liquor. So I'm getting a lot of experience with traditional Korean cooking here. And something similarly that I've made before, I actually got to learn how to make kimchi, which is the staple of Korean cuisine, as many of you guys know. I learned how to do it for my kids when I was teaching English. I was a kindergarten teacher at the time, and so we learned how to make kimchi, and it was super fun. And it was a good cultural experience for me as well, because kimchi is like the biggest part of Korean cuisine. So it was definitely really fun. All right, what you guys saying? Wow, you guys are so active in the comment section today. Thanks so much. Trying to prepare good dishes and then share a good time with your family is a special activity for me, because sharing food with my family is the main idea of life. I imagine the southern US states are comfort cooking. Oh yeah. So we don't get to talk about that a lot, but one thing people don't know, in the South, we actually have a lot of our own cuisine. American food is not just pizza and burgers and stuff like that. We've got stuff like gumbo, and we've got like crawfish boil for those of you that are from like Louisiana. Super spicy. Southerners in America like spicy food too. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about like Southern US cooking, definitely look it up, because I promise it's a lot more than just what you think it is. So it looks like we've got our powder mixed together pretty well here. Not necessarily perfect, but we'll leave it at that. So now we're gonna go ahead and mix in some soy sauce. I'm not exactly sure like what the amount should be, but we're gonna give it our best go. I'm just gonna try to make it as close to what I know gochujang consistency to be. So it says, next thing we're gonna do, in the bowl containing red pepper powder, meju powder, and salt, add tomato syrup and soy sauce. Okay, so I'm guessing this is tomato syrup. I've never seen this before. I don't know how much we need, but we're just gonna go for it. So add some soy sauce. I think that's probably good. I don't know how much I need. That's definitely not enough. We've got way too much powder in here. And now we're gonna add some tomato syrup. I don't know, I always thought tomato syrup looked more like ketchup, but this will be interesting for sure. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Like I said, we're gonna take a page out of home cooking here. That's definitely not enough. I don't wanna make it too thick. Oh, see, there we go. Now we're getting that kind of gochujang looking color. You really want that bright red color. So add a little bit more tomato, a little bit more soy sauce. We're just gonna go one by one, I guess. I think that's enough soy sauce. I don't wanna overdo it. It's gonna be very salty gochujang. But I'm not a chef, you guys. Like I said, this is my first time making it. They don't exactly come with instructions. Oh yeah, look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna keep going. I'm making note about the same. Guys, I'm not a chef. Don't follow what I'm doing because I have no idea what's going on. But here we go. You guys are starting to see we're getting that really thick consistency. So gochujang is not like, it's not like soy sauce or something. It's very thick. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that tomato. I guess make it a little bit more runny. All right, I guess we're just gonna go for it. So we're gonna get that tomato feeling for sure. I mean, I guess it's on brand. We are in the tomato plant, tomato factory. I don't know what you would exactly call it. The Korean name for it is listed. So I made it a little bit more runny here today, you guys, but I guess that's because we're gonna try to make it into something that we can use for cooking later. So we're gonna probably package this up whenever we are finished and you guys will get to see. Again, this is tomato gochujang. I think it might be easier to whisk if I had something other than a spoon, but we're just doing things by hand here, kind of like a homemade experience. You're doing good, thank you so much. Looking good, please clean the camera lens. All right, I'll make sure that we do that for next time, you guys. You make good preparation, you are awesome, definitely many people here. Start with your help to prepare a lot of Korean dishes. Aw, thank you guys. Maybe we'll turn this into like a cooking segment one day and I can make like some actual Korean food. The only time that I've ever actually tried to really make Korean food, I was in quarantine for a little while and I made japchae, kimchi jjigae, and bibimbap and stuff, which is pretty easy. You can find simple recipes for those things on Pinterest, online, stuff like that. So I think we're getting good. I'm gonna try to get some of these bigger chunks out, but yeah, there we go. We got that nice creamy consistency going. I will always be shocked with all your effort to make a good show. Oh, thank you guys. I do my best, you know. Luckily today we're not having to walk around and work out quite as much as we usually do. Kocnuni's trying to spare us, I guess, from the heat today, which is nice. All right, so step 3, mix thoroughly. Stir until everything is well mixed, ensuring no clumps of powder remain. Okay, so I think we're almost there. I think I'm doing pretty well. This kind of reminds me of like making brownies back home, but definitely don't want to bake these into a brownie mix. I feel like that would be extremely spicy. Very interesting experience. One of my comfort shows is like the Great British Baking Show, and they combine all kinds of weird stuff. So maybe I can see if somebody's ever made like gochujang brownies or something before. It'd be really interesting. All right, so transfer to container. Transfer the completed gochujang to the container that previously held the tomato syrup. So I'm gonna try to get some of these bigger chunks out one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and transfer that into our old tomato container. Looks yummy, it made me hungry. Today it's an arm workout, yeah. Oh, okay, we have a nice comment from Concepcion Base. I hope you enjoyed your video last time. I mentioned you in the comments as well. In Venezuela, we have a traditional food called arepa. They are made of cornmeal, and combining this with bulgogi is incredible. Wow, okay, way to blend cultures. I actually love arepa as well. I've tried it before. So shout out Venezuela. All right, let's see. I think it's ready. Everything is done faster if you are in the company of beings who appreciate you and really want to be with you. All right, you guys, I don't think I can get all of them, but I think I did pretty good. This is what we got so far. There's not any super big clumps, maybe some little ones, but I think I did pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and drop it in here. The most satisfying part. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah, see, now you're able to see all my mistakes because I still have some chunks in there, but it's okay, we're definitely doing our best. I'm curious to know if I did it right as far as like ratios and stuff. You know what is so funny is like anytime we do these lives, I realize like how much I'm multitasking Because right now I'm reading the comments, I'm also cooking, and I'm also pouring it, and I'm also talking to you guys. So I'm learning how to multitask like a champ whenever we do these. All right, so without further ado, you guys, again, this is called the tomato gochujang, and this is my first time making it, and I can't wait to get home and try it. Mix it with some stuff, maybe make my own tteokbokki, we'll see. It looks so tasty, the color looks incredible. You could strain the clumps out. I'll probably do that when I get home. I don't have the chance right now, but I'll probably do it later. So thanks for watching, you guys. All right, let's see what we got here. This is, again, you guys, this is tomato gochujang. This is what we just spent some time making today. And if you guys are interested in the location, once again, you guys can check it out. We're gonna have it in the description. So make sure you guys come give this place a nice review. Come check it out. And just like that, dun, 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 dun. Tomato gochujang, dun, dun, dun. Very cool. All right, so let's see what our next step is. I made the gochujang, and so we should be getting our next clue here soon, you guys. But until then, I'm gonna package up what I did make, and we're gonna be cutting up some tomatoes, and we're gonna put them in a jar so that you guys can see that. Is this bag big enough? Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is so cute. It's like I made my own little gift set. So now we're gonna slice up some tomatoes, and you guys can see how we're gonna do that. Again, these are those really ripe cherry tomatoes, super delicious. This is so fun. I feel like I have a cooking show now instead of just talking to you guys. I think Shannon did so well, no mistakes. The mistakes are a way to learn something new. Do you expect someday you will be in Korea talking with all of us? I imagine not, so you did great. Well, if you guys ever wanna hang out, I do live in Seoul, so you guys can come check it out. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with these. I think what we're gonna do is some form of like a jam. So if you guys are familiar with Korean cooking, like I've said before, you cut them up, and a way that Korean people make jams a lot is they'll slice up or cut up fruit, and they'll put it in a jar with copious amounts of sugar. And this process ends up making a jam when you let it sit for a couple weeks at a time. And yeah, I'll kind of show you guys what that looks like in a little bit. But basically you put it in the jar, and you leave it sitting for a long enough time, it makes its own little jam. It's really cool. All right, so I'm gonna drop some of these in here. So I was just given a little bit of a tip. If you guys cut them across like an X, like this, I guess it helps the sugar soak in, kind of get that sugary jam. I don't think I've ever tried tomato jam before, so this will definitely be an interesting experience. Stuffed tomatoes are also delicious. Oh, absolutely. Katie, nice suggestion. I actually love stuffed tomatoes, and something that I've been a really big fan of recently is also like stuffed portobello mushrooms. I keep seeing these trends on like TikTok or Pinterest and stuff like that, where people make all kinds of like stuffed vegetables instead of like a bread. It's like a bread substitute. Okay. So they're giving me some hints, you guys. I didn't exactly get an instruction manual, so I am trying to show you guys how to do this correctly. But we're trying to make them pretty thin. So I'm just gonna cut them up, however, and we're gonna see how it goes, see which ones get more successful than others. We'll see. Did you know that tomatoes were previously considered toxic? No. I'm not surprised though, they are pretty acidic. But this is like a conversation I've tried to have with my friends before, like how did people discover certain foods were toxic? Like is it just a taste test? Because what if the first person that tasted something was just allergic to it and they didn't know, and now we consider it toxic even though it's not, they were just allergic, I don't know. Tomato marmalade, I suppose that's kind of the closest thing that I can compare it to would be a marmalade, because I typically associate like a jam or something with something sweet, like a citrus fruit or a lemon or something like that. So I guarantee you I'm not doing this correctly, but I don't think it matters too much. We are gonna throw it in this jar later with some basil. This is basil, so it's gonna be like a tomato basil jam, something a little bit more savory, maybe for like croissants, toast, something like that. So this will be really interesting, and I'm excited to give it a try. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Hope you guys are enjoying this little cooking session. I think my favorite one still that I've done in the past episodes is probably the pottery one, because I brutally messed up that poor person's pottery, whoever did it very well. So, all right, I guess we're just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna cut up some of the basil as well. Let's see. Watching her like this feels like this is her cooking show. In Korea, what do they usually eat in the morning and what do they eat at night? So this is something that I've talked about before. This is something I've talked about before on the show. But in the States, we usually do like a sweet breakfast, like a muffin or pancakes or something like that. But here they tend to go for like a savory breakfast. They'll do like egg, rice, and kimchi, for example. It's kind of just more like a meal. But yeah, we typically go for sweet, and they do sweet here as well. But I think breakfast in general is not really as common in Korea, at least not in my experience. Shannon, have you eaten lasagna? Of course I've eaten lasagna. It's delicious. All right. So they're gonna try to help me out again here, you guys. All right, so I think we're done with that. Now we're gonna mix this in here with some sugar. So I'm gonna try to layer it like sugar, tomato, sugar, tomato. I'm not really sure if there's a proper way to do it, but we'll give it a try. So let's just take some of these tomatoes, throw them in here. I guess that's good. I don't know. I quite literally, you guys, have no idea what I'm doing. So it's just as much an experience for you as it is for me. All right, so we're gonna throw some basil in there. That looks good. You know, like when you were in like kindergarten and you did the sand project where it was like different colors of sand? Feels a lot like what I'm doing right now. I butchered some of these tomatoes, but we're gonna do our best. So that feels good. I'm very curious to see how this goes. They gave me 2 cups of sugar, so I think we've got quite a bit of room for some more layering here. Oh, I messed this up so much. It's okay. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. This is me trying my best. In Colombia, almost all meals are prepared with tomato. How many days it needs to sit in the sugar? I actually don't know. That's a fantastic question. I'll be sure to ask that in just a little bit, kind of when we finish. But I believe like you can tell when it's finished by the consistency within the jar. It becomes a jam. Like it becomes sort of like a jam on its own. Again, with that sugaring effect, that's kind of what you'll get. So something like that, you guys. As you can see, like the liquid is already starting to come out of the tomato a little bit and soften the sugar. So over the process of like a couple days or weeks, it's gonna draw all the liquid out of the tomatoes, and you're gonna have like this sort of pureed, jammy looking mess. So there we go. Guess we're finished with our second task. So now we have 3 different types of tomatoes. We've got raw ones, sugar, and tomato gochujang. So we're gonna take that with us later, and I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. But for right now, this is what we're gonna be doing. So our next clue from Kocnuni is that we needed to finish so that we could go get something for our little friends here in a second. I'm gonna take this apron off and we're gonna keep going. All right, let's go see. Our next clue, dun, 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 right here. Shannon, the next hint card is in. You can get it if you feed the mountain goats. The hint, the mountain goats are near the cultivator. All right, our next hint, you guys. So again, we have another task today. We're gonna go feed some mountain goats and I guess get our last clue from Kocnuni. Not exactly sure, but we're gonna trade in our cute little coupon here to get some food for our furry little friends and see what we can do. 안녕하세요. Yay! All right, so here we go. We're gonna take some food to our goat friends and we're gonna go meet them outside. Again, like I said, you guys, this place is a lot more than just a park or flower garden or something like that. You can actually do a lot of different activities. As you'll see out here, there's a lot of picnic tables, and it looks like this is something that they maybe do in the winter, like sledding or something like that. So you guys can come check out all the different activities that you can try out here, as well as make some of the things that I got to make today, and try it later. I'm very excited. I'll give you an update next episode, kind of how everything turned out, whether it was like the jam or what the gochujang tomato paste tasted like. It'd be definitely interesting to give you an update. All right, let's see. Ooh, we must find the mountain goats. I love the program because there's so many different activities. Oh, what is that Shannon show for all of us? So it just looks like some greens, and this looks like maybe some radish. So let's see. I can smell the goats. You guys can't smell it, but they're actually over this way, so we're gonna go check it out. Great place to share a relaxing chat or maybe do yoga. Do you like yoga? I actually do. And something that's popular is goat yoga. Hello. 안녕. Hello, my friends. Oh, he's hungry. He got right up. Oh, are you hungry? So I don't want to give them too much, so I'm going to break off a piece at a time. Oh, munch, munch. So this is actually really funny. This is one of the good experiences that I had that reminds me of a time I hung out with my dad. We went to a place in the States called Lazy Five Ranch where you actually drive your car through this massive like zoo, and the animals come up to your car and they'll stick their head in your car and you have to feed them and stuff like that. Excuse me, we need to share with our friends. Oh no. But anyways, it was a really good experience, so I love doing this kind of thing. It's very popular for like little kids and stuff. I definitely... Oh, he just sneezed on me. That was rude. It's okay. Oh, I don't think he liked that one. It's always interesting what Kocnuni has us do on this show. I feel like we should give these guys names. Can I give them this white part? I'm not sure. I'll just give them the green for now. Guys, there's enough for everybody. Can you eat this? Oh, maybe. So I think that this all is just radish, you guys. They gave us like the whole ones with the green stems. This is so interesting. I've actually never done anything like this in Korea before. They do have a lot of animal cafes and stuff in Korea. You guys might know a little bit about that. They have like often dog cafes, cat cafes, and that kind of thing. So you guys can check it out. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Whoa. But something else that's really popular, it's like meerkat cafes and exotic animal cafes where you can feed other animals. In Hongdae, there is actually a sheep cafe. Oh, hello. This is so funny. I guess we should probably try to feed some of the other ones too. Hello, friend. This is so cute. It's our lovely little boy here. I'm not sure what the relationship is with like the goats and the tomato farm and everything, but I gotta be honest, I'm not mad. This is definitely worse ways to spend a Monday for sure. All right, let's keep going this way. It looks like we've got some other friends. Ah, Toki! Oh my goodness! Annyeong! Hello. Wait, they're so cute. Dun, dun, dun. Can you get it? Can you get it? This one's a little bit smaller. Don't worry, guys. There's enough. There's enough for everybody. Look at everybody's coming to eat. Dun, dun, dun. This one's taking her time. She's a slow eater. Oh, cute. Don't run over it, guys. Oh, look at the baby. Oh, my goodness. There's so many. I feel bad. I should have saved some of the food because there's more bunnies over there that need help, too. But let's go say hi, at least. It says, wow. Oh, wow, they get bigger. So I don't know if they're different types of bunnies or if they're just separated by gender. But it looks like these ones down here are more like a jackrabbit. They're quite big. These guys are super lazy. They're trying to take a break from the heat as well. Wow. Look at them go. So cute. Extraordinary life and the way which Korea shows us they have excellent initiatives to care for animals. Yeah, definitely. They definitely care about animals out here, you guys, especially in the more rural parts. There's lots of different zoos and stuff where you guys can come do stuff like this. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So it looks like we fed our mountain goats, but now we need our next hint. So, let's see where we can go. Maybe it's near the bunny cage? Dun, 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 dun. Here's our last hint, you guys. Good job, Shannon. Now it's time to meet me. Find a tomato bigger than a watermelon. Hint, it's somewhere people love to take pictures at. I think we should walk back probably towards where we started because it was a lot more scenic out that way. Here was really, really nice as well because, you know, we got to experience feeding the animals and stuff like that. But like I said, in traditional Korean fashion, they always have a place to take really beautiful pictures, and there's almost always a cafe. So hopefully I'll get to grab coffee at a cafe nearby somewhere soon. But until then, we're gonna be looking for a nice little photo op somewhere where we can take some pictures. And we need to find a tomato bigger than a watermelon, apparently. So we'll see. All All right, what do you guys think? Good job. Ah! Last clue. Finally, haha, Kocnuni for you. A giant tomato sculpture? Probably. I had one and it was stolen. Oh no! I guess I've never really asked you guys about pets. Is there any particular pet that you guys would like to have or something that you had growing up that you really enjoyed? I didn't get to have a rabbit, but I know a friend of mine that had a rabbit and she loved him so much. He was the sweetest thing, but from what I understand, they don't always make the best pets just because they're a little bit hard to take care of. So I don't know, tell me what your guys' experience was. I'm more of a dog person myself. I have a black lab at home, his name is Diesel, and I have a cat named Audrey, and she is way too fat. She's so big, but she's so lovable. So I miss them from time to time. And I know in Korea, it kind of goes back and forth, but depending on who you talk to. I know big dogs, especially in Seoul, aren't exactly very common, but a lot of people do have little dogs, and a lot of people have cats as well. So you guys can tell me what your experience is like in your country, and tell me about the different kinds of animals and pets that you guys have. So here we are, we're walking back towards the scenic area. I don't know if Kocnuni is gonna have us go in the same place twice, but I was looking over this way and this looks pretty scenically beautiful as well. So let's go give this a try, see what we can find out this way. Oh, sorry you guys, I lost you in the comment section. I'm coming right back. Sorry about the delay. But here we are, look at that. Look at the mountains up there, you guys. So beautiful. And like I've expressed before, Korea is actually a very mountainous country, so you guys can see it a lot. We have a turtle, definitely convenient to take care of, and it's the cutest. Yeah, I think reptiles are actually quite cute. A friend of mine has a little baby bald python, and she loves it. And some people are freaked out by snakes, but I gotta admit, she's very cute. Never had any pet, but I would love to have one someday. Love cuddling with dogs, cats, hermit crabs. Wow, you guys are funny. Lots of different animals. The most unique pet that I had was an iguana. Some people find it weird, but my pet is actually really cute. I think that's one of those things where it's like only a face a mother could love kind of thing. Don't know if I'd get an iguana, but I would definitely respect it. Here we are, you guys. We definitely found a tomato bigger than a watermelon. And I think I see Kocnuni. Kocnuni! Haha! I found him. Dun-dun! So as we're right on brand today, you guys, there's a giant tomato, there's a giant word tomato. So we found all the things that we were looking for, but most especially my little furry friend here, Kocnuni. So very excited to have him. And without further ado, you guys, there's something special that we do at the end of every single show. We do an Amazon gift card giveaway, $50 Amazon gift card. All you have to do to win is leave a comment and stay active in the chat. So I'm gonna try to find somebody who is active, somebody who's maybe a little bit new to the broadcast, and we're gonna write down your name, take a screenshot for me, follow all the links in the description, and you guys will be able to get that Amazon gift card. He must be tired. I'm a new viewer. I enjoyed the show a lot, Shannon. Oh, your name is Shan? Wait, no way. That's cool. I've actually never really met a whole lot of other Shannons. I think I met maybe one my whole life. So that'd be interesting if your name was Shannon. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Let's find that next viewer. Yo quiero uno. Ah, sí, yo también, amor. Yo quiero uno. We'll see. Kocnuni is so adorable. You're puffing. Amazing day with Shannon. All right, let's see. Somebody who has been active in the chat. Somebody who's relatively new. Who can I give it to? All right, and the winner, everyone, today is going to be Karina. Thank you so much, Karina. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, take a screenshot. Great job. And you can collect your Amazon gift card by following all the links in the description. They'll give you all the details that you need. And I hope you enjoyed the broadcast today, you guys. I had a really great time making everything, walking around and getting to explore another beautiful place around Seoul. Again, you guys, this place is in Gyeonggi-do, the area outside of Seoul. So feel free to come check it out, visit, and maybe make some tomato gochujang. See how you guys like it. Well, until next time, you guys. Bye-bye.